Who is carrying a mask? Ego is a mask, right?
Ego is a face.
It's a face.
Mask are the different shapes that the ego can take. That face is a thought.
That's a thought.
Yeah, and that thought is I am the body.
To cut the root means to take off the mask, yeah, and
No,
to reduce the idea.
no. To remove
Yeah.
the face, not the mask. The face or the head where the mask are placed. To uproot the I am the body idea. That's thought. I am the body. Mind is thought. No thought, no mind. Mind is a bundle of thoughts. Root thought is I am the body. Otherwise, you will change one thought for another. One identity for another. One mask for another. You will keep on removing masks, 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 mask, mask. You will never remove the head. Remove the head, and there is no mask anymore. Are you following?
The question rising, but I understand it's silly.
How do you know?
How to remove the head?
That's a good question. After so long listening to me, it still raises the question.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To place attention.
To the source where this thought arises. Who thinks I am the body? I. Yes? So the thought arises from you, obviously, right? If you ask yourself from where these thoughts emerges, who is experiencing anything, whether it's considered to be physical, mental, conceptual, energetic, or even to the experience of nothing. Who is it? I, right? Who am I? It's not a question. It's not even an action. It's not the use of the intellect or the mind. It's just pay attention to I. See? To the knowledge I. Everybody knows I. Nobody pays attention to I. Everybody's interested in something, some sort of vision, some sort of phenomenon, or whatever it is, feeling or emotion or sensation, right? But nobody pays attention to I. Nobody pays attention to themselves, which is a sole reality. This knowledge, I am. This knowledge is not knowledge like any other knowledge, like a thought. This knowledge is not something that you know, it's what you are. This is why they say that the self is knowledge. Self-realization is self-knowledge. The self, which itself is knowledge.
Is it possible to forget yourself?
What do you mean? You forgot. Yeah, of course. Do you remember yourself? You don't. You're asking that. You forgot you are the self. That's why you are here. To remember you are the self. You have to look at yourself until you know that you are the self, and you no longer forget you are the self. Yes. It amounts to that.
But looking at the mind, I am looking at the mind.
So who's talking about looking at the mind? Now you're talking about something different. See, now you're taking a different road. See, you're already going away from the. Okay, what were you going to say? Looking at the mind, what happened? You look at the mind and you get lost in the mind. Looking at the illusion, you get lost in the illusion. Look at the one that is looking. See the seer. Mind is thought. Looking at the mind is looking to what you think. The idea is to look, see, at the thinker, if there is any.
In general, it's about to be as I am. We can say so, right? Like me as me, not as something, not as someone, but me as me.
Yes.
And the mind can, yeah,
The mind cannot see the self.
you cannot imagine it. It's impossible. Imagination is coming from the mind.
Mind is an image itself. Mind is imagination itself. The self you pretend to be, you believe to be, is imagined by you. See, it arose from you. It was manifested by you, consciously or unconsciously, doesn't matter. By you, the self.
So it's a kind of a way to return to not imagination.
To know yourself, which is not an image. It's self-knowledge. Self-inquiry is self-awareness, it's self-observation, and itself is self-knowledge. Inquiry itself is self-knowledge. It doesn't lead you to self-knowledge. It is self-knowledge.
But to have it clear, is it necessary, if we can say so, remove the affection from the mind, because they kind of disturbing, right?
Yes.
So to know
To
myself,
remove the attention from anything that is known.
yeah, because kind of the attention slips to some affection, right?
Affection. What you use this word a lot, affection. What do you mean
I
by
mean, some imprint, I mean, something which
anything?
disturbs mind.
No. Just keep it simple.
Okay.
The world, the body, the mind, which is thought, images, knowledge even, right? Even a spiritual knowledge, energy, nothingness, anything that it is known, ignore it and bring the attention to the knower. The known will be there. You won't go anywhere. The body is there, the world is there, maybe some thoughts can go here and there, maybe some energy changes, maybe all that disappears and there is nothing. It doesn't matter. See, from nothing to something, it is all known. Yes or no? I know something in deep sleep, I know nothing, right? So something and nothing are known. Who knows them? Simple question. I. Then bring the attention to the knower. Ignore everything, and the attention goes to the nowhere. And you will find that there is no nowhere, that there is only knowledge. And that knowledge is I.
The mind is very disturbed and, let's say, restless. Then it's hard to hold an attention on this, even on
You are this, the mind is restless. You're talking about it because you see the mind being restless, right?
yeah.
You are not restless. The mind is restless.
And the wanting to not mind be restless.
It's part of the restlessness of the mind.
It's making it more restless.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need just to observe,
Yes.
and it will come down by itself.
Just to observe, the observer of the mind. You are that already. The mind is covering you. The mind is hiding you from you.
Would the viewed mind reflect me? Or through, like, mind is a mirror, right? Not a mirror, but it's a kind of a bundle of Kashamalasha, as you call it. But if to organize and like put everything together in that fashion malasha, then I can see myself clearly.
You know, you do.
No?
So now first you want to put, this is what your problem. You want to fix all this, to put all this together, then you can know yourself.
Yes.
And you are already yourself. And you can know yourself right now because you are the self that you want to know. You are the self that you want to know. Such is a paradox.
It's so simple that I don't want to believe it. Yeah, or I'm afraid to believe it. Or
Because if you believe it, then what you believe disappears. I am the body. You believe I am the body. So you don't want to disbelieve that.
it's attachment, yeah, to the body.
It's attachment to that, to the idea I am the body.
Idea that this is
That this is I.
Yeah.
Yes.
Swallows the attention like, all the time. Jumps in, jumps in.
You know all that. I know that too.
Huh?
I know also all that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Here the analysis stops, the intellect stops, mind stops as a way, see, as a means to know myself. To know myself is enough to know I am. To hold this knowledge is not something that you hold making an effort. See? Is to remove any other knowledge, to remove any other idea by looking back at yourself.
If it seems to me that doing that, no, that's right. It's a doubt, yeah, which is covering. Like I'm not sure, am I knowing myself or I'm not? So there is a doubt.
Yes. And do you know that you are now or not? Do you know that you are or not? How can there be a doubt that you are?
Yes, I am.
Then where is the doubt if I am or if I am not? Even before you think I am, you are. Even if you think I am not, to say you are not, you must be I am. What I mean by I am is not the thought I am. It's a direct knowledge
It's a knowledge of yourself.
that I am, see, that I exist.
And that knowledge of I am, in my case, is, let's say, polluted with an image of myself, which I made by myself. Right?
No, I don't get it.
The knowledge of I am is polluted with the image of myself,
Yes,
which is myself created.
yes.
And to get back to the knowledge of myself, that image of myself must be dissolved.
Yes. In yourself, you bring that image back to yourself. You merge back the mind.
That's in some, let's say,
But
theories is called union with the shadow. Yeah.
sorry,
Like uniting with the shadow, like swallowing the shadow,
there is no uniting with anything.
or dissolving the shadow.
The shadow just disappears. It's not even there. It appears to be there, right? Like the image in the mirror.
Mhm.
There's nobody there. It's a fool to see an image in the mirror and say, oh, see, there is somebody there. See, I am there. There where? Who is there?
It's like being struggle on some, sorry, but kindergarten.
Gone. Now you're walking in the right direction. Una pregunta, ¿no?
there is a feeling of kind of growing and getting interest, like practical ideas rising.
Hmm?
There is a feeling, let's say, of growing and like being nature, like my behaving is childish, and I can see it sometimes. And when I see it and it stops, then there is a feeling of growing and like thinking practically. It's normal, right? It's like
If there is no ego, you become a practical child
yeah, I mean,
because the action of the sage is like the action of a child. There is no actual motivation, just spontaneous.
yeah, I'm not saying about being like businessman, no, but I'm saying about being like with like having a spine, like uh, being feeling of being like rational, not
Yeah, one could say so, yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
like not silly child,
A
but
rational child.
maybe, yeah. I don't know about the second thing of childness, but this rationalism, like rationalism with normal behaving. Okay.
Mm. You can see that already.
Yeah, sometimes I'm having a glimpse of like, oh, what am I doing? Stop.
Yes.
Come back to something what I know, at least.
What I am, not what I know, what I am.
That- I don't know how to call it.
Then don't call it anything.
So it's normal, yeah, that, let's say, releasing the mind thing, when the mind is, let's say, a mental process which was running stops, it's also releasing some muscles in the body, and it's normal, I guess, right? Like it's supposed to be relaxed, but it shouldn't be like changing.
The body,
Yeah,
of course, the body is supposed to be relaxed.
yeah. So when the mind, observing myself, keeping attention of wherever it feels like self, some processes in the mind, they're stopping. Just the answer just comes up and it stops, and it's releasing something in the body as well.
Yes. The moment comes that you may not even feel the body or partially feel the body. It's not only that it is relaxed, that you feel it relaxed, is that you may not feel it, like in deep sleep. In deep sleep, you don't feel the body. When the samadhi is deep, see, when the loss of identity is so deep that you not only lose the identity with the body, you lose also body consciousness. And there is only consciousness of existence. Oh, mira.
Para saber cuáles son los juguetes que tengo para comprar. Porque me tengo que ir cada rato diciendo, quiero.
Ya sabes dónde los tiene, ¿verdad? Eso lo vas a poner en la pared. Sí. Eso está muy interesante.
No, vamos a ver, entonces la de mi experiencia.
Sí, a lo mejor lo puedes poner en tu cuarto, en la pared. En algún sitio ahí en la pared lo puedes poner.
Que con mi librito y todo.
Mira, mira.
¿Vos me has visto?
Ujú,
Este pequeñito que tengo.
sí. Temporada de Navidad. Ujú,
Y bueno, yo decía un poco
ujú.
¿cómo se llama? Rápido. Y ahogando.
Tienes como pegarlo. Tienes para pegarlo en la pared.
¿Sabes qué? Esta es una hoja, son dos.
Dos. Ah, las pegas.
¿Ves? Esto, que estas dos acá, en este centro. Por eso es de cuadro en verde.
Ni una preguntita, nada. No, no es la más mínima duda.
¿Sí? Pero es una que también.
Hola César, buenas noches.
La-
Buenas noches a todos. La otra vez decías que va a haber un momento como que el ego sea tan patente en la sociedad o algo así, que como que se iba a revelar el absoluto.
No, me perdí porque se te oye un poquito como raro. A ver,
La
otra vez.
otra vez, la otra vez decías que va a llegar un momento como en la humanidad que el ego va a estar tan, no sé, como a flor de piel o que va a llegar a su extremo y que se iba como a revelar el absoluto. O algo así dijiste.
Sí,
Y yo como que hace tiempo también me estoy dando cuenta, como que el ego está llegando como al extremo y que eso también te permite darte cuenta de que no sos eso. Pero también veo que si, como mucha gente hablando de eso, como qué va a pasar, eh, como que si te identificás de nuevo en que qué va a pasar, o si este es el fin, o si vienen catástrofes, o
hay mucha gente hablando de eso, pero no hay nada, no hay nadie haciendo nada para que eso realmente suceda. Y haciendo quiere decir observándose a sí mismos.
Mm.
Mucha gente habla de esto, pero muy pocos saben de lo que están hablando. ¿Sí?
Claro, yo siento como que si vos querés que suceda y te identificás con el fenómeno, como que es parte del ego pensar que se puede hacer algo y que lo único que se puede hacer para que suceda es poner la atención 100% todo el tiempo en quien verdaderamente somos, ¿no? Y que nadie lo hace, entonces se pierde diciendo, lo que va a pasar es que en 2030 y no sé qué, pero en realidad es una forma de perderse.
Sí, el ignorante hablando de la sabiduría. Por lo tanto, no sabe de lo que está hablando. Es ignorante de la sabiduría que está hablando.
Mm.
Esa es la primera estatua. Entra por aquí. No, la segunda. La primera entra por aquí, sale por aquí. La segunda entra por aquí, sale por aquí.
Mm.
La tercera entra por aquí y ahí se queda. Y no dice nada. ¿Sí? Asimila el conocimiento, se convierte, por así decirlo, en el conocimiento.
Claro, el que habla es porque no quiere convertirse.
Cualquiera, pues. El señor Ratanlal tenía un lorito y él le enseñó a decir al lorito, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Y él decía, el lorito repite Shivoham, pero no sabe lo que está diciendo.
Es mucho más fácil hablar que ser, la verdad.
Y te infla el ego,
Claro.
porque te hace el conocedor de la verdad. Y no es así, obviamente. Ese que habla la verdad no conoce la verdad de la que habla. Ahora, si la habla con humildad, ¿verdad? Y no se hace el dueño del conocimiento de la verdad, ¿sí? El conocimiento de la verdad lo lleva a la verdad. Si yo escucho que yo soy el ser y contemplo en ese conocimiento, la contemplación de ese conocimiento me lleva al conocimiento directo de ser el ser. El problema con las charlas espirituales dadas por aquellos que no saben lo que estaban hablando es que, hay un riesgo enorme ahí que se desarrolle un sentido autoritario y un falso sentido de humildad o identificación con la humildad, ¿sí? Desarrollo un
Mm.
ego humilde y me quedo atrapado allí. Es súper sutil, si el ego puede tomar formas extremadamente sutiles. Puede hacerse traslúcido y tomar la forma inclusive del testigo.
Sí, y es ese afán también que vos decís como de la iluminación express, como hoy todo el mundo tiene un atisbo y sale a hablar y no es así, no es como ir a McDonald's y pedir un combo,
Ese
porque te vas a perder,
ese conocimiento tiene que asentarse.
claro. Que en realidad el que quiere salir a hablar es el ego otra vez, para
Claro,
no morir.
claro.
Y ahí las confusiones y el autoritarismo y la
Soy
falsa
el,
humildad.
soy el conocimiento que tuve, pero luego otra vez, ¿sí? Aparezco como el conocedor del conocimiento. El conocedor es el conocimiento. No hay conocedor del conocimiento. El conocedor es el conocimiento y es lo conocido. ¿Mm? No alguien que lo tiene, ¿sí? Que lo obtuvo, que lo alcanzó, que lo experimentó. ¿No? Alex, qué raro ser. It's better to ponder about it, even to listen while I'm talking, even if it is in another language, than pay attention to that phenomenon. Even to pay attention to surroundings. Inclusive la mente puede crear la ilusión de que la mente pasiva, ¿sí? Es el ser. Y realmente el ser no es ni pasivo ni activo.
¿La mente pasiva querés decir la mente pura?
No, la mente pasiva es la mente floja.
Ah, ok. Sí. Claro. Y ahí la falsa humildad como la pasividad.
Desaliento.
Es que sin un gurú es imposible, o sea, hay tantos engaños que no podés solo, tienes que tener a alguien al lado.
Falta de coraje, sí, cobardía. Se confunde con pasividad. No voy a pelear, ¿sí? Como Arjuna.
Mm,
Arjuna, no, yo no voy a.
claro,
Entonces confunde pureza con, con apatía.
apatía, sí.
Y que
O también esa parte de me quiero ir del mundo, no me interesa, este mundo es una porquería. Mm,
desilusión, ¿sí?
mm. Mejor no pelear, entonces me aparto.
Desaliento, ¿sí? Por eso es preferible la acción y convertir la acción en desinteresada. Inclusive la acción mundana, ¿sí? Para convertirla, ¿sí? En pura. Aunque sea la acción mundana, cocinar, inclusive tu relación de familiar, tu pareja, todo, ¿sí? Es preferible hacer, claro, a menos que sea un samadhi, ¿no? Pero esa mente está despierta, está activa, pero en un estado de pureza. Y esa actividad pura Es la que refleja la realidad. Es por medio de esa mente que hay autoconocimiento. Pues si estoy con la apatía, la flojera, el desgano, ¿no? No, ¿a dónde voy a mirar? A ningún lado.
O haciéndome el iluminado, pero en realidad estoy... Mm, mm.
El samadhi no es un estado apático, para nada.
No, de hecho sale todo como solo. O sea, es como...
Hay o acción
Hasta haces más cosas que antes.
o no haces nada, pero no puedes hacer o no hacer. ¿Sí? En el samadhi puede haber acción o no acción. Si hay acción, no hay sentido de hacedor. Si sucede espontáneo. Si no hay acción, ¿sí? No hay nadie en samadhi, ¿sí? No hay nadie que esté sentado sin hacer nada. Igual, ¿sí? No hay sentido de hacedor o no hacedor, que es lo igual, ¿no?
Mm. Pero yo lo noto en la acción que surge con más espontaneidad, como cosas que incluso a mi personaje no le gusta hacer, mm, como que o sea, salen solas, no sé.
Inclusive el pensamiento es puro.
Mm.
El pensamiento es desinteresado también. Y la acción es desinteresada también.
Y ahí en la acción desinteresada está el verdadero desapego, porque si no, me creo que estoy desapegado y capaz que no, porque no lo sé. Hasta que no lo hago y veo que no soy el hacedor, si me quedo apático pensando que estoy desapegado, pero no.
Es tan sutil, por eso
Mm.
si al principio requiere de toda tu atención, mientras vas avanzando, requiere más atención.
Tremendo, sí. Toda tu energía, toda tu vida, tiene que ser lo único. Mm. Pero como vos decís, cuando empezás a agarrarle el gusto es fascinante, o sea, la autoindagación es una maravilla.
Y que no hay nada más fascinante que nuestra realidad. Por eso al principio es like, uff, y luego, bueno, es natural, pero por ejemplo, cuando utilizas el sánscrito, por ejemplo, ¿no? Las definiciones la hacen mucho más claro, ¿sí? Al ser, te lo definen como sat, S-A-T, ¿sí? De la mente pura como sat va, ¿sí? Entonces lo asocias con sat, ¿sí? El reflejo de sat, sat va, ¿sí? Esa mente pura es el espejo, ¿sí? El espejo transparente donde se refleja
El absoluto.
el absoluto. Por eso se dice que solamente, aunque uno sabe que es en el sueño profundo, ¿ok? Aún así uno puede negar su existencia en el sueño profundo. Pero para negar tu existencia en el sueño profundo tienes que existir en el sueño profundo, o sea, no dejas de ser lo que eres. Pero pareciera que necesitaras un objeto, ¿m?
Mm.
O sea, pareciera que hiciera falta un fenómeno para darse cuenta de nuestra existencia como nómeno, ¿sí? Como aquello que es consciente del fenómeno, en conciencia.
Que incluso para negarlo tenés que ser.
Correcto.
Papi, mira la película de Grinch.
Vas a ver la película de Grinch como.
La que tú la puedes empezar a sentir porque
Claro, claro, claro. Comienza en su niño, lo que termina aquí. ¿Ok?
más, más,
Para negar que soy, tengo que ser. No, yo no existo. Ajá, ¿y cómo sabes que no existes? Que sí estaba. O sea, si no existías, no puedes decir que no existías.
Es tan obvio que se pierde. Es como que ponemos atención a todo menos a nuestra realidad. A todo. Incluso usamos la realidad para negarla.
Esa mente pura es básicamente conciencia. The attention goes to phenomenon again. See? Something strange, something interesting. Nothing. Nothing is real. Not worth paying attention or giving importance to it. To give so much attention that you forget yourself. Cocinando dos conejos a la vez.
Muchas gracias, César.
A la orden.
Get back attention from phenomena. Need to put attention on myself, and it will.
Become aware I am. Remember, I am.
Yeah. And
Even if you remember I am, that will help.
and like the attention from phenomena will come back automatically.
Yes,
Like maybe not in one moment,
yes.
but
There is a phenomenon because I am. This is happening because I am. Because I exist, because I see it. Cannot exist without the seer, right?
yeah,
Nothing can exist without consciousness. Consciousness can exist without anything. Like in deep sleep, there is nothing. And yet you are. Everything appears, everything disappears, but not you, see, not I.
Hi, Caesar.
Hey, Mike.
You were talking about samadhi earlier.
Yes.
What's the difference between samadhi and being awake, being enlightened?
No difference.
Hmm.
In samadhi, there is no ego sense,
Hmm.
no differentiation. Differentiation, there must be two. In
Right.
fact, there is not a differentiation or no differentiation because there is nobody that sees differentiation or non-differentiation.
Yeah, sure.
There is only self-knowledge in that state. Even when you talk about even if there is this is interesting. When there is no ego, okay, even when the apparent differentiation arises for the practicality of the matter, right?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't cover the state of non-differentiation,
Right.
right? For the practicality of the matter, you need differentiation, right? Between the knife and the fork and the spoon and the plate and the bowl, right? And this cooking pan,
Yeah, sure.
and yellow and the blue and the right and the left, right? Different directions, different objects, different colors, right? But it doesn't cover the fact that I alone am. See? Even when I refer to things as others, right? Or to
Uh-huh.
something other than me, I know that there is nothing other than myself. That I alone am, and there is nothing other than myself.
Right.
The ego is that trance, right? I am something, right? And then I am fascinated by something, and I forget myself.
Right, sure.
Myself as a nameless, formless reality that essentially am, right? Because I am also the illusion, right? So another way to put it is I am the reality and the illusion is not different than what I am, right? I alone am, and there is no other than I. See? Because if I deny the illusion, I'm still divided into reality and illusion. See, there is no Advaita. Advaita means
Yeah, sure.
not two. Yeah. They merge. They call it merging, right? They call it they reunite, right?
Uh-huh.
The reunion of the body with the bodiless, the form with the formless, right? They call it reunion, but there was never such thing as separation.
Right, gotcha.
The reunion of the subject with the object, the object merges with the subject, meaning by the subject, in this sense, the self, right? The ultimate subject, not the individual subject. No? non-differentiations between one and the other. No differentiation between I and the other, right?
Right.
I am the other, and the other is I.
That seems a bit of a challenge. It seems easier just to self-inquire. Like if I was to say I am the other and the other is I, it just seems
If there is
to
ignorance,
complicate.
if there is ignorance, that is only a thought, I believe.
Right. Yeah, sure.
If there is no ignorance,
Uh-huh.
it's a fact.
Right. Okay.
Even if you think about it, it's not a thought for you, it's a thought that comes out of awareness of a fact. See? It's a thought that comes out of self-knowledge, as the knowledge I am that, for example, right? If there is ignorance and I say I am that, it is only a thought, right?
Yeah.
If there is no ignorance, then I am that is not a thought, it's a fact. Even when I think I am that, it's true. It's not a thought for me.
Right.
But it's a thought that reflects the truth. In the ignorant is a thought that must be believed to be the truth, right? So
Yeah, sure.
the ignorant believes I am that. The wise knows is that.
Gotcha.
When Ramana Maharshi realized the self, right? Even in that description, the mind is awake. See? He's inquiring, right? The mind is. He didn't stop thinking. He stopped thinking, I am the body. See?
Right. Okay.
Yeah? See, the body is dead, right? It has been cremated, got reduced to ashes, but still I feel strongly the presence of my personality was translated in some text, right?
Uh-huh.
So I must be the spirit transcending the body, right? He said that this knowledge came to him basically without any thought process or intellect, right?
Uh-huh.
Obviously, he's speaking about it, right? So he's using the mind to say so, right?
Uh-huh.
I realize that I am the self, right? And he can tell you that I am the self. I am not the body. It's a thought. It's using the mind to say so, to communicate, right? It's using the mind for the practicality of delivering the knowledge, right? But for him, it's not a thought. It's a fact. It's the truth, right?
Right.
When the other one listens to that, say that's only a thought, right? I mean, I may believe you, but it's a thought, right? For me.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
So it's the ego aspect that disappears from the mind. See? So you can, it's a weird, at the beginning it's very strange because there was forgetfulness of that. It's like I am thinking and yet I am not thinking. Right? I am thinking and yet I am silent. I am doing and yet I am not doing. I am talking and yet I am not talking. See? Silence is there, right? And there is awareness of the silence of one's reality, right?
Yeah.
Mean is not covered any longer by phenomenon, whether it's physical, mental, or even the nothingness that can be there, right? The ignorance, the so-called nations, right? Which can be seen also, right? But is sometimes taken as the self, which is actually ignorance, is Maya, is raw Maya, it's a raw illusion, it's an illusion in its potential, in its purest state, is unmanifested, right?
Right.
Still, I feel the presence of myself. Yeah. Who is this I, right? So there is discrimination, right? And then there is discrimination, self-awareness, right?
Uh-huh.
Discrimination, denial, okay? Negating, right? This is gone, body is gone, right? So it's not I,
No.
right?
Right.
Then the attention is no longer in what is gone, but it is on I, right?
Right, sure.
The denial of what is I, it is not I. Discrimination, right? Denial, it cannot be I because I am still here, right? But the body is gone, right? Cannot be I, see? Discrimination, negation. Then self-observation is already self-awareness.
Right, okay.
Inquiry is already self-realization. Is to directly know I am. Knowing it in this case doesn't mean even thinking I am, it's knowing I am. That's knowledge, right?
Yeah, sure.
I am that I am is the knowledge, it's knowledge, right? The self is knowledge, people say, no? That knowledge means I am. It's not the knowledge of something, right? It's called true knowledge also. It's so simple. See, I'm so obvious, right? You're just full of crap, that's all. Not too much, except I am. The crap has to go. See? Been forgotten, see, ignore, not shouldn't be a thought about it, right? Material knowledge or spiritual knowledge. Anyway, from you can forget all now after that. Even from where the material knowledge is coming from within, right? There is nothing coming from outside.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Need to be worried about what to do, what to say, to know something if I need to know it. Whatever it is will show up. It will reveal itself. That's from the word from revelation come from that. Right? People take it as, oh, revelation come from, it doesn't come from anywhere. Even the revelation of yourself is coming from yourself. Is the self revealing itself by itself to itself as oneself, right? As I am. It's the self revealing itself by itself to itself as I am. Or I. I am I. Baba was with his students once in the interview room, and he asked this, who am I? He asked. Somebody said, you are God. He says, no. You are the divine. No. You are this. No. You are super consciousness. No. You are the, no, 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 no. And then they pray, then who are you? They say, I am I. The answer must be, you are you. I am I. In Ramana Maharshi's book, when you say I dash I, right?
Uh-huh.
Means that I am I. I is I, right? Because it feels like I, no? What can I say? The name of God is I am, right? Not He is.
Right, sure.
Some people turn it into a He, right? Into something, into someone, right? The idea of someone, right, created the idea that God is someone, right? Project the ignorance, see, project its own ignorance on itself, calling it he or she. You see how grammar can make a huge, a small change. See,
Mm,
the
yeah.
context. Be still. I don't know. You speak English better than me. That's your mother tongue, right? I don't know if there is any difference to say, be still and know that I am God, or be still and know I am God. Remove that, and I think that changes the whole context, right?
Yeah, there's a differentiation. There's a
Exactly.
difference.
Because
Yeah.
if for me, with my poor knowledge of English or limited knowledge of English, to say, be still and know I am God, is that if I am still, I will know God, right?
Right.
And there will be I knowing Him, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now, if I know Him, then how can Him be limited for me to know it? If I am not, He cannot be, right?
Yeah.
Because the knower exists because of the known exists because of the knower. So what kind of God is that? That depends upon me, the knower of it, right?
Yeah. It's still an external.
God is limited to myself, right? That's what Ramana used to say. If God appears and disappears, what kind of God is that, right? And it is seen by you, it depends upon you, who is the seer. You say, God is the seer. Can you show me God? He said, no, I can't show you God because God cannot be seen because God is the seer. But I am the seer, saying you are bloody God. So I add bloody to my name.
It's not part of the teaching.
Who is God? Somebody asked to Ramana, the witness of the mind. But I am the witness of the mind. Then you are God. And one can create a whole culture, right? A whole story, see, out of misunderstanding. It's normally done by the self-proclaimed custodian of the truth, the priest. They call themselves like that, the monk. Now the only monk that I listen is Thelonious Monk. The jazz player. Any other monk is a monkey. If I am understood in the right context, also. The pure mind is basically the self, right? Like pure light is basically the sun, right?
Right.
So when the sun rays, you see the sun, right?
Right.
So by the pure mind, you know that you are that. Or it's like a mind is like a clear mirror. See, in a mirror that is full of steam, right? You have a shower, you go out of the shower, you try to look at yourself in the mirror, you can't because there is steam right in the mirror.
Okay.
You clean the mirror and you clearly see yourself, right?
Right.
You clear the mind, right? Means neither dull nor active, it's completely pure. And then it reflects back your reality. Because that is the paradox. That's what I was talking to Luciana just now. The paradox is that a delusion is necessary for the realization of the seer of the illusion, right?
Okay.
Because in deep sleep, I am. Everybody knows I am. There's no moment that we don't know I am, that we exist, that we are, right? Even if I deny my existence in deep, like in deep sleep, right? Or when I am under anesthesia or something, there is no consciousness. How can I say I am not? If I don't exist, how can I say that I don't exist? That which does not exist cannot say that it does not exist, right? It's not there. How can it know it's not there, right?
Yeah, sure.
So it seems that it's in the awakened state, right? When that becomes clear, right? Then I am that. Apparently, phenomenon seems to be necessary, right? For the existence, to the knowledge of existence of being the very consciousness of phenomenon. And the fact that phenomenon is inseparable from myself, right? But I alone am, and there is no other than I. Or nothing that is not I. Pure mind is to know minds, no self-interest. No self-interest makes the non-self, see, to disappear, or makes easy to realize that it doesn't even disappear, it just simply didn't exist, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like the analogy of the rope and the snake, right? You see a snake,
Right. Yeah.
there is a rope. You may switch on the light and say, oh, see, the snake disappeared. It didn't disappear. It never existed.
Gotcha.
Because if you say it disappears, it means that yes, it was there and now it is not there. It was never
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, sure.
Or, see, you see the snake, right? And you come with all the tools, the killing snake tools, tantra, yantra, mantra, meditation, this, that, and the other. You go with your killing snake kit, right? All the tools to get rid of the snake, right? The
Uh-huh.
handle comes with all the weapons. Okay, but what is it? I can't see it properly. Come, switch on the light. You switch on the light, see, there is no snake. So you can't kill it, you can't get rid of it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Because it never existed. It appeared to be there, right? It is believed to be there. That's amazing, the mind, right? How the mind, which is nothing but thought, gives the impression that there is actually somebody there. Yeah?
Right.
That's the individual, right? It's called subtle body. See? It's subtle. See? It's a subtle form. It's not a gross form that you can grasp and say, here is the mind. Okay, good. Let's kill it now. We got it finally. It's called the subtle body. The individual is a subtle body.
Uh-huh.
Or ego. When you hear the word body, by the way, or you read body, body means phenomenon in general, collectively, right? Collectively.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? The body is divided in three, according to this knowledge, right? The causal body, subtle body, gross body, right?
Right.
So the word body is in the three. So the three are one body, right? So they are not three, it's one also. Even the illusion is not three, it's also one. And it is inseparable from the only one, right? The only one reality, right? So
Right.
no identity with body. It's not like you regain a new identity, or I know you don't regain a new identity. See? You just remain as you are. You lose the body identity with the body and remain as you are. You don't identify yourself with the self or as the self. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
People call it true identity, but what identity with what? Again, if I regain an identity only with I, then still I keep alive the I am not, right? If it remain my identity, if I hold an identity with I, meaning the self, right? Still there is an existence of what is not I. See? I and what is not I. So I keep duality standing. So I is I, and what is not I is also I, right? So there is no longer such thing as I and not I. See, I alone am. And there is nothing that I am not, right?
Right.
So any form, gross, material, right? Is also divided in pieces. Yeah? like the inner organs and blah blah blah, sense organ, see, organs of excretion, organ of this, organ of that, right? Many
Yeah, sure.
divisions that they don't exist, but for the sake of explanation, right? Or understanding that has been created. And the subtle body, which is collectively the ego, the intellect, the memory, the tendencies, right? The reasoning and so on. This is subtle form that we can see, right? It's another form that we can see. And then mama, mama illusion, ignorance, nations, right? They all manifest potentiality, right?
Right.
But it's not yet materialized, though it exists in the shape of nothing, nothingness, ignorance, nations. Then it can be mistaken as the absolute, right? Oh, I see nothing,
Okay.
blank or something, right? This is ignorance. Everything is there. You just can't see it because it hasn't taken its shape. It hasn't got materialized. Either in a subtle form, as your tendencies actually, or in a gross form as a body or a shape as such. Right?
Uh-huh.
So any phenomenon, right? In any shape or form, right? Any body points to the existence of myself, the one that witnesses it or conscious of it or aware of it or knows it, the ultimate knower, right?
Uh-huh.
And then knowing to be oneself the ultimate knower, then it seems that the known merges with the knower, right? That the object merges with the subject, that the illusion merges with it, that the body, right? Actually, all that is a so-called individual, right? The body, the individual. So the illusion is called the individual. Then the individual merges with the self, right?
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
there's no merging because they were never separated. It's just a way of speech. It appears to be so. Oh, it's merging. After some time, all that also makes no sense neither. But after some time, nothing makes any sense. That's the beauty of it. We are this senseless, meaningless, actually, purposeless existence. Being for the sake of being. Because we cannot not be. It's impossible, right? Okay. I think you better keep on going because total. It is already 10. This poor fellow wakes up like at 5 o'clock in the morning.
He's waking up.
Yeah, 5 a.m. is already washing cars there. Until 7 or something, washing clothes. Okay. I'll transfer the money tomorrow to the guys that are gonna take you Monday to migration. Okay.
That's substance. Then
Yes.
tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I will send the capture of the money transfer to Millie, and Millie can send it to this guy. But I have the phone number, but I don't remember on the which name. So. Okay.
Thanks, Caesar.
For what? What was the question, by the way? I forgot.
What's the difference between
Oh,
samadhi and
yeah, yes. No difference. No differentiation, no difference. When it's permanent, right?
Mm,
It's called enlightenment, self-realization. See, when self-knowledge is permanent, it's called self-realization. And it is permanent,
right.
we call it a glimpse, right? The fact that there is nothing but I, right, was glimpsed. It was a moment of clarity.
Yeah, sure.
It is also called laya, see, temporary absence of ignorance, right? There was a moment of wisdom. This is why the samadhi, even samadhi is a mental state because it's a thought, right? But that thought also goes away. This is why they divide it in three. Basically, there are more, but basically three. Salvikalpa, Nirvikalpa, Saha. Salvikalpa is the same state, but we hold it by the means of effort.
Right, okay.
Then the effort stops and the state remains there effortlessly, but it's temporary.
Uh-huh.
Some tendencies are there, some stuff is there, right? And then the ego back again. And then you have to go through. And Saha is when it's effortless and it is permanent. So, all good. How is Shani?
Yeah, Shani's good. She's just about to go off to play
Oh.
music.
Oh, what's the time there?
It's 10 in the morning.
Oh, Jesus. 12 hours difference.
Yeah.
Hi,
One.
Caesar.
Hey, how are you?
I was listening to you from over there.
Oh, good, good. Good, good.
I just didn't want to interrupt, like
That's fine, that's fine.
coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good to hear you. I gotta run to music now.
Ah, good, good. Enjoy it. By all means.
I'll talk to you tomorrow because I have a question.
What is Friday or Saturday day? What is it?
Saturday.
Saturday morning. So you are ahead. Right, okay.
We are always in the future.
You're always in the future.
Right. See you later.
Yes, we go when we go to Australia, so we always lose one day.
You do.
How old am I then when I get there? Oh, no. Okay. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you in the future. Hasta la vista. Hasta mañana. Nos vemos mañana. Ah. Franca.
Porque ya, César.
Sí.